Matt, hey, it's Josh from the Riot Report. Just on Kawann, was it something where he just felt like he might be able to get through it, and then obviously ruling him out? And what do you think how will that affect your pass rush and your defensive line on Sunday?
Well, it will certainly affect it. I mean, KK is a great player. He's a big part of what we're doing. But in his best interest, didn't feel like he was going to be able to go. And that's really not from him. That's, from the doctors and medical people. Thought it was best that he didn't play this week. So he'll travel with us. He'll continue to get treatment, and we'll hopefully have him ready for next week.
Hey, Coach, Skylar with Sports Illustrated. How much of a role do you see Bravion Roy playing now, especially with KK not being able to go? And do you feel like he's ready for this job?
Yeah, I thought Bravion played really well last week, and he's energetic. He's got a lot of great characteristics. He's explosive. He can run. So, his role was already sort of ascending, and Zach Kerr will get the start, and Bravion will play a lot.
Matt, it's Miles Simmons. I mean, you just mentioned Zach Kerr. Just what do you like about him and his traits and what he has brought to the team so far?
Well, Zach's a big, powerful man. He can move. He plays hard. And he's a tremendous, energetic teammate, charismatic guy. So I think he brings a lot, both physically and personally, to the game. And, I have full confidence in his ability to go out there and play well.
Matt, this is Brett Jensen with WBT. Could you just talk about, because I know you talked about like how, having the practices this week, and that's how you were like judging things and wanted to see things really do well and take that next progression. Did you see that? Were you happy with what you've seen all week leading into week 2?
Yeah, I think we've had a great week. I think our leadership has prevailed. I think we've had a good attitude. I think we've practiced hard. I think we've flown around. I think some of the things that we have to improve upon, we're improving upon. So, I think the goal for us is always to just be a little bit better each day. And, walking off the field now, I feel really good about that.
Hey, Matt, Josh Graham, Sports Hub Tribe. Going into the heat in Tampa in September, especially, also considering how the offseason's been a little bit odd, how are you feeling about the team's conditioning? Is that something you guys have been discussing?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in tremendous shape. We run every Wednesday. We practice at a certain tempo that I think puts us in great shape. Now the heat, the humidity, the real feel, all that. It's going to be a really hot day. That's not something that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. We've gone into the dome and turned it way up and tried to simulate that. So it's going to take each player taking tremendous personal responsibility to make sure that they put the right things in their bodies in terms of hydration. And it's going to be tremendous personal responsibility to go out there and play hard and be tough, even when you don't feel great. And that's the kind of guys that we have. So we have a lot of confidence in that.
Hey, Matt, I was curious, why have KK travel, for this game in particular? Is just to have him on the sideline, or why do you feel like it's helpful to have him come with the team?
Because he's a captain, because he can continue to get treatment, continue to work with our medical staff while he's down there, so I think it's really twofold. His impact on this team is more than just going out and playing. I mean, he's a voice that people listen to. But at the same time, we'll bring other players at times so that they can continue to work with the medical staff, who will be on the trip with us.
Hey, this is David Newton, ESPN.com. I wanted to ask you, Phil was talking yesterday about the lack of efficiency on first down for the defense, which made it tougher for them to get a pass rush because they weren't a lot of third and longs. How will KK, that'll impact without KK there, because he's also a pass rusher and one of your run stoppers?
Yeah, I mean, him not being there, as I said, will obviously be an impact. I mean, he's a starter and a premier player, so him not playing, will have an effect throughout the game. But that's what this league's about. This league's about having a comprehensive total team, a total roster, guys who step up. And so Derek Brown will step up. Zach Kerr will step up. Bravion Roy will step up. F.A. Obata can slide inside and give us lots of great reps. So, and I think the guys around will step up. So, that's just what this league is. It's about having a team that just when a guy goes down, other guys step up around him, step up at that position. The offense picks up some of the slack, the defense, the other guys on defense pick up some of the slack. And that's the type of team we want to have, one that complements each other. And so that's what we'll have to do. It's not something that we wanted to have happen, but it's the game of football. And we want to put KK's health always first. And we're also excited to give these other guys an opportunity to go show what they can do.
All right. We'll take one last question from Chris at Temple.
Hey, Matt. I'm Chris Bergaris with L Sports Update, Temple University. For the first time in Temple history, there are two former coaches going head-to-head as head coaches in the NFL with you and Coach Arians. What does this mean to you, and what does it say about the program and the deep ties you still have to the guys on North Broad and 10th and Diamond?
Well, I think Coach Arians gave me a tremendous piece of advice when I first took the job at Temple. He said, don't pay attention to what you don't have. Don't pay attention to what the weight room looks like or anything like that. Pay attention to what you do have. And Temple's greatest asset is its people. And I found that to be true. And what's unique is when I was the head coach there, we had some down times, we had some great times. It was the guys that played for Coach Arians, the guys who played for Coach Harden, and many more. But a lot of those guys were instrumental in giving back to the program and giving tremendous energy, whether it was Paul Palmer or, Todd Bowles and many, 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 many more. So I just think that's what Temple's about. Temple's about great people. And I think it's because, you have to be a tough person to go to Temple. You have to be a person that finds a way to get things done. And that's what, our staff has tried to be. That's what Coach Arians and his staff are. And I think what's really cool is if you look at the coaching staff at Tampa Bay and you look at the coaching staff here, a lot of his assistant coaches and people, a lot of our assistant coaches and support staff all were with us both when we were at Temple. And that's because when you were there, when you were on 10th and Diamond, you build something special together.